Wow. I think a great chef is someone that inspires his team and continues to push the envelope cooking wise while maintaining the integrity of the culinary tradition that came before him on it.
David Chang, we're going to the mean streets of K-Town. I got into this profession because there was something honest about getting better every day. Like, okay, my knife skills aren't very good here, but use it every day, and after a year or two, you can start to see progression. Spent time at the Mercer Kitchen, worked at a variety of little establishments in Tokyo, spent some time at Cafe Boulud under Andrew Carmelini. There was a variety of things that led to me leaving. I was having a hard time keeping up with the rest of the crew at Cafe Boulud. It sort of reminded me that I wasn't that great. The cooks around me were all more talented, and ultimately I would always look at Andrew Carmelini and be like, I'm never going to be as good as him.
Being a great chef and being a great cook are completely two different things. It's a cook sometimes is a better cook than the chef. You know, the chef, you want to be the best in the kitchen at everything, and traditionally that's the case, but there comes a point where the chef is sort of removed from cooking on a day-to-day basis sometimes, and a great cook doesn't always translate to being a great chef. I think that's the thing. For whatever reason, you need the intangibles now, and it's a lot more difficult now, I think, to be a chef because of the media pressures, working the PR, knowing what to say, managing people again, and running a restaurant, finances. There's so many things involved now that it wasn't before. None of these, you didn't need these traits to be a great chef, say 20 years ago. And now you need to have a assortment of skills and wear many hats. And sometimes that's really difficult.
I wasn't going to be better than the Danielles, the Repairs, the Carmelinis, the Thomas Kellers. I just was like, let's just do something completely different.
Mix of salt and sugar for 3.5 hours. We took this, pulverized it to get this. It has a texture of like almond flour. We're gonna add some of the Ichiban spice. We're gonna use Shin ramen soup mix as well. It's spicy. That's really good. This in itself is really good. So this is buttermilk as well. You know what this smells like? Doritos. Cool Ranch Doritos. I've learned over the years that fried chicken batter, if you like the little crackling crispies, this is how you do it. It's about imperfectly adding on the flour. You don't want it perfect. You want the steam when it cooks to create fissures through the crust, and that really is aided by an imperfect coating. You know that's gonna be fucking good. Oh my God, I don't understand it.
I thought opening a restaurant would be an ultimate test to see if I could just do it. And that was really the first goal. Can I open it up? Didn't really think about the food I was going to serve. I knew I wanted to do a noodle bar, and that was the extent of it. This spot was the first restaurant. This was the original noodle bar. And now this is transformed to Momofuku Co. And we have Sambar on 13th and 2nd. And Milk Bar, and yeah, shit, it's a lot. It's a really simple process. You juice carrots, you add some water, you bring it to a boil, strain it out. We're gonna add kombu. Cooked it at 60 Celsius. We're gonna season with salt, sake, mirin. Carrots are always in season, it seems, in New York. Our farmers do an amazing job. We have a nice variety of carrots. We're preparing a dish that's based on carrot dashi. We've taken some sliced carrots, cooked them in the carrot dashi, and just made a carrot puree. We roasted planks of carrot in a beurre noisette, so basically brown butter. I've taken a thumbelina carrot. We've braised it in the carrot dashi. Here we have peeled fresh carrots that I'm going to salt, so it's a quick salt pickle. We're adding chervil just for some color and because it has an anise flavor. I got my purple carrots. Once you peel them with a vegetable peeler, just put them in ice water and it'll curl up naturally. We'd probably serve it like this, and at the table,
hustler that immigrated to this country in like 1963, and I don't understand or believe any of the stories. I mean, real shady stuff. He taught me one thing, and I say this all the time, and he taught me a lot of things, one of which was like, always work, 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 and now he's like, oh, you're working too much. But in a nutshell, this is Joe Chang, my dad. We would go to restaurants all the time as a kid, because he worked in restaurants for 30 years, and he would always look at the bathrooms, whether it was a fancy restaurant or more often than not, hole in the walls. He'd always come back from the bathroom and be like, okay, we can eat here. What? It was so embarrassing. But for someone that cleaned toilets for most of his life in restaurants, it was something that was very important to him because it told him volumes about the establishment. Let's just say you go to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant and you look at the bathroom and they serve great food, or maybe that like they're a mom and pop shop and they're doing everything. They're fighting the good fight. And you look in the bathroom and it looks dirty from a distance. But if you look closer, it's only looking dirty because it's so worn in because they cleaned it so much. And then the key is, are they cleaning the back of the toilet? Because who cares about that? Who's cleaning the toilet? Literally on the totem pole, the lowest person, right? But if they're caring about that, it's rest assured that everything will be taken care of. I've gone to a fancy restaurant. I've tried my dad's theory out numerous times, and it's worked out. Like, I've gone to arguably like the best restaurant in New York City, and you look at the back of the toilet, everything else looks spotless, and is spotless. But if you look at the back of the toilet where people would never clean, it's filthy. And I think that tells you volumes about that establishment. You know, if I have the lowest person on the totem pole caring about doing it the right way, I mean, then we're doing it right. You have to have the people believe that everything has to be right. And it's a battle to like find the details. And, you know, like a great meal is a combination of all the small things that no one else cares about.
MSG is good for you.